What the stars are predicting for us. Horoscope for April 2023. April is an interesting and important period, the month of Aphrodite. It begins with the harmonious planetary interactions of Mars and Saturn, which helps a conscious, disciplined person move forward. Boni Horoscope is with you. Daily and unique predictions. We begin. A good time to structurally change everything from the inside. Events on the external plane, in politics, the financial sector, international relations, are more understandable and positive, compared to previous months, says astrologer Marina Sokolova. From April 20th to May 5th, there is an eclipse corridor, so try to do as much as possible in the first and second decades of April. To motivate yourself to action, you have to spend time introspection. First, determine that your goal is yours. Whatever you want, do what is necessary, when it is necessary. This will lead to a steady strengthening of your self-discipline and will help you stop looking for excuses. As Goethe said, before becoming easy, everything first seems difficult. April, Lat. Aprilis, opening, warmed by the sun, named after the goddess Venus, Aphrodite. The full moon in Libra will occur on April 6 at 7:34 Kyiv time. This zodiac sign is ruled by Venus and will generally have a positive effect on the sphere of relationships. However, the transit of Mars through the sign of Cancer creates a restless emotional and psychological background, so it is necessary to be very careful in talking and taking any action. These recommendations are relevant throughout the entire lunar month. On April 3 at 1922, Mercury enters the sign of Taurus, where it will go into retrograde motion from April 21. Taurus is an earth sign, measured and stubborn. Mercury in combination with such energies manifests accordingly, i.e. with some inhibition and conservatism. During this period, people's thinking switches to the material world, decisions are made in a balanced and deliberate way. On April 5, the harmonious aspect of Mercury-Saturn contributes to constructive negotiations, sales transactions, solving various issues and processing documents when contacting government agencies and other official instances. A good day to build a foundation, find the necessary resources with the prospect of building something long-term and useful. On April 7, the harmonious aspect of Venus-Neptune favors love relationships, creative activity, visits to a beautician, hairdresser, stylist. A good day to update your wardrobe, to please a loved one with a gift. On April 8, the harmonious aspect of Mercury-Mars gives strength to thought, gives energy and business acumen. A good day for working on yourself, making plans, setting goals, discussing business issues, distributing profits, planning expenses. The first results of the work done are visible, collective activity is working well. April 11 at 7:47, Venus enters the sign of Gemini and forms a harmonious aspect with Pluto in Aquarius, which will most favorably affect personal and friendly relationships, the financial sector. A day of happy transformations, new miracles and easy transformations. Suitable time, April 11 and 12, for training events, lectures, speaking to audiences. The Venus-Pluto air trine will create a special background when original ideas appear, previously closed doors open, people are open to communication and new communities are created. A strong aspect, its favorable influence extends to the next day. Also, the conjunction of the Sun and Jupiter in Aries enhances the positive potential of these 2 days, April 11 and 12. Relationships with foreigners, seeking help and protection, resolving legal issues will work out in the best possible way and without any problems. Do not miss the chance to improve the current state of affairs, take advantage of the opportunities of this period. On April 13, the bright karmic point, the white moon, Selena, will move into the sign of Aries until November 13, 2023. This transit will help defenders, warriors of light and goodness, all who fight for their rights and freedoms. The guardian angel will be there, and in the fight against the Ru aggressor, the armed forces of Ukraine will achieve all goals. Ukraine will definitely win, and the occupied territories will be liberated in the coming months. The second half of April is quite complicated and disturbing. Its general background is radically different from the first half of the month. April 14th, Venus and Saturn in a tense aspect. A day of obstacles in business, troubles in personal life and at work, the emergence of unexpected limiting factors. From this day until May 6th, you must be prepared for various turns of events. On April 20th, a solar eclipse, second new moon in April 2023, in Aries at 7:16 Kyiv time will open an eclipse corridor that will end with a lunar eclipse 5 in Scorpio at 2023. Apparently, during this period the announced counter-offensive of the armed forces of Ukraine will take place. Fierce military operations will take place. In any case, the climax is close. Eclipses in fiery signs often portend new hot conflicts, so the emergence of a new front is quite possible. The sign of Aries is associated with wars. In April to May 2023, there is a kind of reboot on this topic. The nature and priorities are changing. New goals appear. At 11:14, the Sun moves into the sign of Taurus. During the day, Mercury is stationary with a turn into retro motion. A bright and full of astrological events day will affect the lives of all people, without exception. What kind of changes will bring to a particular person depends on his personal horoscope. From April 21st to May 16th, the period of retrograde Mercury in Taurus will slow down all processes related to money, property, documents. This is not the best time to make profitable deals, so either try to do the most important things in the first half of April or reschedule to May after the end of the eclipse corridor. Since Mercury was approaching Uranus, but the exact aspect did not happen, promising projects can be cancelled at first glance. However, do not be upset if in the previous months everything developed according to plan and should have worked out, but for some reason did not take place. There will still be an opportunity to return to this at the beginning of June 2023. The harmonious aspect of retro Mercury and Mars on April 24th may remind you of the things that were important at the beginning of April. You may have to go back to them and finish something, correct errors or revise the work plan. April 25th is the harmonious aspect of the Sun and Saturn, while the daylight, the very principle of life, is the Sun in conjunction with the lunar node of the future. An energetically strong day, forcing many people to reassess their values, take responsibility for their actions. Serious transformations are possible at the level of heads of state and government, the emergence of new news in the field of the international economy and financial markets. On April 29th and 30, Uranus and Mars in a harmonious aspect, helping to develop new habits that are easy to live with and achieve the desired results. Remember that you can't get into a bright future from the sofa. And you can't go forward with your head turned back. In the fight against the old and the new, youth and progress always win. Therefore, leave in this corridor of eclipses what has outlived its own. April is an interesting and important period, the month of Aphrodite. It begins with the harmonious planetary interactions of Mars and Saturn, which helps a conscious, disciplined person move forward. That's all we have. Subscribe and don't miss our daily and unique releases from Bony Horoscope. See you soon.